Hi everyone, today is Friday, February 15th, and welcome to episode 75 of Knits and Stuff. My name is Alicia, and today we'll be talking about events, finished objects, works in progress, pretty things, and local delights. First, welcome to those of you that are new, and for those of you that are returning, thanks for coming back. If you haven't already, there's a group in Ravelry that you can join. It's called Knits and Stuff Podcast, and there'll be a link in the show notes, which are at knitsandstuffpodcast.com. So let's get started. First, Happy New Year and Happy Valentine's Day. Sorry it's been so long. Things have been kind of crazy here, but finally getting a chance to record, so that's good. And I have one event coming up. It's next weekend already. It's Stitches West in Santa Clara at the Convention Center. And that's Saturday and Sunday next week. And Friday and Thursday, but I think I'm only going on the weekend. So I'm excited to go to Stitches and see all of the vendors. I'm not taking any classes this year, but you can take classes there, and one of these days I will take a class. So that's all I have for events. So that brings us to finished objects, which I have just a couple. Last time I showed these stay-on baby booties, and they're so flat right now. They are stay-on baby booties by Knit Girl's Mother. They're out of Ba La Jolla in Seattle's 12 colorway, and I knit them on US 2s, 2.25 millimeters, some Addy needles, and they are finished and adorable and very floppy, and probably need to be, maybe stuffed a little bit when I gift them. So yeah, these are going to be a gift for one of our friends' newborn baby. They might be a little big right now, but hopefully she'll grow into them. So that's one. So my next finished object are some socks for the mom, some matching socks. Just some vanilla socks with that are top down with a heel flap, and I did a slip stitch heel. I forget the pattern name, but the slip stitches are alternating stitches, so you get a little bit of a pattern instead of just like the striped looking heel. So anyway, these are partly based off of the Knit More Girls vanilla socks by Jasmine, and they're also out of Ba La Jolla in Seattle's 12, and then the heels and toes are done in Miss Bab's Yummy 2-ply toes in, I think, natural. I forget the colorway, but that'll be in my Ravelry page. You can always check that out, which there is a link in the show notes for. So yeah, and these were knit on US 1s. The what are they called? The signature sock needles, which is 2.25 millimeters, and I did just a short rib at the top of these. So yeah, and they've been washed and are on my little corgi sock blockers. So they're ready to be sent off to the recipients. So another finished object that I don't have to show to you because I've already gifted it. So I was working on Jason's cashmere hat by Melissa Thompson. It's already been knit and gifted to one of my friends for Christmas. And I knit it out of Janet Mitchell's hand spun in I think it was the colorway's Natural Fawn, but it's like a brown natural color, and it's hand spun that I got from the UK actually a few years ago. So got to use most of that up, and I knit it on US 6s for the ribbing, and then US 8s for the main body of the hat, and that's 4.0 and 5.0 millimeter needles. So yeah, hopefully I'll have just like one picture to show. Maybe I need to steal or borrow it from for my friends so I can get pictures. So hopefully we can get some good pictures of that, because right now it's just a very poorly lit picture that's on my Ravelry page. But anyway, so that's my finished objects. I think that's it. Yeah, hopefully. So moving on to works in progress. I've got a couple different things. I think I showed this last time, but this is the Monkey Socks by Cookie A. And if I changed my stitch marker, then I've done a couple repeats since the last podcast. Otherwise, I haven't worked on it at all. So I'm not sure how much I've done since last time, but this is out of Koyu KPPM, 3 P's and then an M, in the colorway 704P, and it's on my signature DPN's 2.25 millimeter needles, US ones. And I did, I think the pattern calls, I talked about this last time. I think the pattern calls for twisted knit stitches, but not twisted purl stitches, and I did twisted both on the second sock. But the first sock I did correctly. So the first sock is done. And I'm wondering, I hope it fits. If not, that might have to be a gift. But it should fit. And this sock is sitting in and poking holes into that Purple Girl triangle bag, which I got as a kit for a few years ago for it was the holiday yarn with a collaboration with Query Fibers, I believe, and then the Purple Girl made these little triangle bags, which are really cute, and my signature needles are poking holes through them, just partially, not all the way. So yeah, so that's my socks. And I'm also doing a Fish Lips Kiss Heel on them, and I did a cable cast on, which I think I couldn't figure out last time. I think I mentioned that because I was already working on it. So yeah, that's those monkey socks. And then I also have some other socks. So these socks are sitting in my Bags by Awesome Granny holiday guinea pig bag, because they were my holiday socks, but I did not finish them because I was working on other knitting. But they are almost done with the first sock. I'm actually really close to where the ribbing is. So these are some toe-up socks with a difference by Wendy Johnson, but with a Fish Lips Kiss heel. And the main yarn is Madeline Tosh sock in the Uncola, and then the toes and heels are more of Miss Babs Yummy 2-ply toes in I forget the colorway for this one too. So that'll be on my project page. And yeah, I don't know if I showed these last time or if these were brand new. I must have showed these last time. Anyway, yeah, so I'm doing contrasting heels and toes, but I think I will, because I don't have that much of this color left. So I think I'll just stick with the main color for the ribbing, and then I should really figure out if I have enough of this yarn left to do the second pair of heels and toes, because I could always get it from Stitches this year. Maybe I should get some anyway, just in case I run out, because Miss Babs usually has a booth there. So anyway, these are also on US ones 2.25 millimeters, but they are on the Addy Flexi Flips, which I really like knitting on. I find that it's just faster for me for the for sock knitting, because it's kind of like that double points, but you're moving less needles around, so you can you have more knitting time, kind of, except I keep like stopping and looking at the pattern when I'm knitting, so it doesn't actually go that much faster. But yeah, anyway, that's another pair of socks. And then the last thing that I have is a new project, and it's the Find Your Fade. Finally, I'm making a Find Your Fade shawl by Andrea Mowry, and it is out of mostly Madeline Tosh, and it's in my chicken boots bag that I think I got from Dixon, Lambtown. Yeah, I'm knitting this out of mostly Madeline Tosh Merino Light, and that's their single ply yarn, 100% merino, superwash merino. And then the bottom, actually, so I got 6 colors from Madeline Tosh when they had their sale. I think it was some sort of holiday sale, and I got 6 colors, but the original pattern uses 7, and I figured, well, I can probably just combine one of the colors. So I also have bought some yarn from Knox Yarn Company, and it happened to be some fingering weight yarn, but it was a 2-ply. Yeah. So it was a 2-ply yarn, and but it matched really well with the colors, so it became my starting section color, and it's got a little bit of gold sparkle in it, so that's kind of fun. So actually the Madeline Tosh yarn, some of them, half of the colors have hollow sparkle, so that's like holographic, so that's kind of fun. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it on camera, but some of these colors have some sparkle. So the first color is Knox Yarn Company Soul Sock in the colorway Crema, and that has the gold sparkle in it. So the second color is Leaf Fall, and that's just the plain Madeline Tosh light. And then the third color is Star Scatter, and that is in Madeline Tosh Merino Light plus Hollow Glitter is what they call it. And then after that is Higgy, and that is doesn't have any sparkle in it, but it's got some pinks and yellows. So I'm going from this kind of neutral color to some lavenderish tones, and then into some pink with a little bit, well, actually it's kind of a lot. It looked like less in the skein, but it's got some yellowy orangey colors that are really nice. And then I'm going to go into kind of a pink color, which has some grays in it, and then go into gray, and then darker gray. So yeah, I'm excited. I was hoping to finish this by stitches, but I don't know that I will be able to unless I knit up a storm this weekend. But yeah, it's, made some progress so far. So I could wear it just like this, and it would be long enough to be like a cowl. So yeah, that's the Find Your Fade, and it's on a US 4 needles, and these are the Licky interchangeables that I have, and it's 3.5 millimeters. So yeah. Oh, and I've gotten to the part where it changes, or you keep the same number of stitches. So thankfully I'm no longer increasing, and I am set with the number of stitches I have for the row, so that's good. So yeah, that's my last work in progress. So that brings us to pretty things. So pretty things. So first I have some Hey Sister yarn. I think I talked about this last time, but it hadn't arrived yet. So I have a couple of new sets. So there's the purple sock kit and what they call kit 5 on the right. And one of them, kit 5 is the dark charcoal color, and then is the main color, and then the contrasting is more of like a cream color, and then like a darker tan, pinkish tan on the top. Sorry about the crinkling. I will try to keep that to a minimum. And then the purple one is a little bit more lavender than what's showing up, and then it has a kind of olive green contrast, and then in the back it's hiding a darker contrast color. So I wanted to make the Waiting for Henry socks, and then I think Tabby has a couple of other patterns coming up that have, or at least one other pattern that has contrasting colors, so I might use that for this one. But I definitely wanted to make the Waiting for Henry socks out of the darker kit, and they're both the kits are in Geronimo, which is a 2-ply sock weight yarn that's 80% merino and 20% nylon. And then the one in the middle, that is the color Gilded, and that's on Allen's sock, which is the 4-ply sock yarn, so a little bit hardier, and it's 75% merino and 25% nylon. So yeah, I got more sock yarn. And then what also came in was the Knox Yarn Company order, which I had already started using the sole sock that I got. But I also got some bulky weight yarn. So this is Apollo Bulky. It is 80% merino and 20% nylon. And it's considered a super bulky weight. And the colorways that I got, the first 3 are Snowdrift, and then this one is Eurydice, I think, this last one. So I was thinking of doing some sort of like bulky brioche thing, because I haven't tried brioche yet and I really wanted to. So I figured this might be good for that. I don't know, I'm still thinking about it. So yeah, so this is some new stash yarn, which I've had for a while now, but now I feel like I shouldn't be getting stuff from Stitches since I have this new yarn. So that's all I have for pretty things, and that brings us to Local Delights. And this time on Local Delights, the place I'm talking about has the word local in the name, and it's the only name, really, the only part of the name. But there is a cafe/coffee shop that we've discovered / been told about, called The Local. It's in Alameda. And some of our friends who live in Alameda go there and really like it a lot, and so we went and also really liked it. They've got a small selection of some coffee / espresso based drinks. They have this mint mocha, mint white mocha, I think, that is pretty good, and is kind of reminiscent of Phil's mint mojito, but not the same. I guess it's less coffee and more like latte, maybe. Yeah. And then they also have some really good smoothies and some nice bites to eat, and it's just a nice atmosphere to kind of sit down and work, or hang out and do crosswords, which is what I did the last time I was there. And then they had, I think they have like featured local artists, because they have some artwork hanging up on the wall for sale, and they might change it out every now and then, so that's always nice to see. So yeah, if you're ever in Alameda and need some coffee or a quick bite, The Local is nice to stop by. And they also have live music certain nights a week, I think. Maybe on the weekends, but I haven't been there for the live music. So so that is the local for my local delights. And with that, that's all I have for you guys. Hopefully I'll be able to record in another month or so. So social media stuff, I am Eliana Knits on Ravelry and Unperfect529 everywhere else, Instagram, Twitter, etc. And again, the show notes are at knitsandstuffpodcast.com. And always feel free to join the group, where I usually try and post updates on when an episode is out and when it's going to be delayed. Thank you guys again for watching, and I will see you guys hopefully in a month or so. All right, bye!